We created the sweep by drawing a path and profile in the sketch mode, but the sweep profile can be created in advance and used in all necessary cases. Revit has a special family template for creating profiles. Let's create a new family. And select this template. It's called Metric Profile. Click Open. Profile is a section of an object which extends along the length of it. Profiles are used, for example, to create sweeps that we are already familiar with, but also they can be used for curtain wall mullions, handrails, and in many other situations. The profile is a flat shape, therefore, inside the template of the metric profile family, we will not find tools for forming three-dimensional geometry. Here we have a drawing lines tool, as well as a tool for placing the detail component. This is also a separate family that can be used within a profile, as well as in other families or in a project, for example, to create 2D graphic symbols. We'll look at this object category later. That is, it turns out that we have only one tool for forming geometry directly within the family. This is Line. Let's select it. The Modify tab opens on the ribbon, and the Draw tools appear. For the sweep that we have already formed for the door frame creation, a rectangular profile was used. Let's construct an arbitrary rectangle inside of this family. Next, this rectangle should be parameterized. Select the Aligned Dimension tool. We define the dimensions of the rectangle and set a parameterization that will bind its contour to the reference planes. Let's assign parameters to dimensions. I will name the first one A, and it will be a type parameter. For families of the Profiles category, instance parameters will not be available for value change after loading this family into a project or another family. This is a feature that is incorporated by the Revit developers. Therefore, all custom profile parameters must be type ones. This is the rule for creating such families. I'll call the second parameter B. I will change the values of these parameters and press OK. Notice how the profile is drawn. All its contour lines are placed around the intersection of reference planes. If we use this profile for a sweep, then the intersection of these planes will correspond to the projection of the path line, and the profile will be positioned relative to the path as if it passes through its center. Let's save the family and make sure of it. I will call it as follows. Now, let's load these into the door family. We already know that Revit supports nesting families into each other. A family that is loaded into another is called a nested, and the door family in this case will be the parent. Loading is the same as in the project. For example, with the Load into Project or Load into Project and Close button. Once loaded, the profile family appears in the library within the door family. We can verify this by opening the corresponding rollout in the project browser. Here we will find the profile family. It has a single type. If we click on the type name twice, we will see a list of type parameters. This profile can be selected as the sweep one. To do this, select the sweep shape. Activate the Edit Sweep command and select the profile in the drop-down list on the Revit ribbon. If this list is empty, Click on the Select Profile button. Notice how the profile sketch is positioned relative to the center of the path. The contour of the profile we created in a separate family is located differently relative to its center. This is not the position that suits us, so we need to change the profile family. I closed it when loading it to the parent family. To open it again, select this family in the project browser and click on it with the right mouse button. Then select the Edit command. I will remove the constraints that bind the path to the center reference planes. Next, I will select the entire profile and shift it a little. Let's set the dimensions that define the gaps and assign a parameter to them. I will name it, for example, Z. This will also be a type parameter. Click OK. Let's change the value of the parameter. Next, resave the family and load it back into the parent family. Since we have previously loaded the version of the profile into the parent family, the program asks us what to do with the existing version. Just replace it or replace it together with the parameter values. In this case, there will be no difference. Since this profile family has already been selected as the sweep profile, then while loading a new version of the family, the profile contour will automatically be shifted, but in the other direction. However, it's easy to fix. Just select the profile and check the Profile is flipped checkbox. It will move to the desired location. In addition, we see a number of parameters that allow us to shift the profile relative to its original position. These are horizontal profile offset, vertical profile offset, angle. You can try changing the values of these parameters and see how these affect the profile position. You can use not only positive but also negative parameter values. If our project had several profile families or one family with several types, they could be selected from the drop-down list in the Properties panel. This list duplicates the one that is available in the Revit ribbon. Now we can complete the construction of the sweep and get the same result. But if we change the values of the parameters that are responsible for the dimensions of the door frame, now these changes will not affect the geometry of the sweep. We can make sure of it. The point is that we have to link the parameters of the nested and parent families. To do this, go to the type of the nested family by double-clicking on its name. Each type parameter has a special button that allows you to associate it with the parent family parameter. Let's make this connection. Press the button and link A with the door frame width, B with the door frame thickness parameter, and Z with the gap. We immediately see that the Z parameter has received a new value and the sweep profile has shifted. I will bring the previous value back. Nested families are used for different purposes. One of these is when we want to use the same nested family in several parent ones without creating our own geometry in each of them and without wasting time. That is, we can load this profile into any family, change the values of its parameters, and get different configuration of sections. Save the door family.